How do I fix Python CSV encoding errors? Imagine trying to open a file and seeing strange symbols or getting an error message. That's often caused by encoding issues when reading CSV files in Python. Let's uncover how to fix these problems so your scripts run smoothly. When you work with CSV files in Python, especially for automation or scripting, you often relying on Pandas or the built-in open function. By default, Python assumes the file is encoded in UTF-8. But many files come from different systems or regions and use other encodings like ISO 8, 8591, or Windows 1 to 52. If you try to read such a file with the default setting, Python might throw a Unicode decode error or display garbled characters. To fix this, the first step is to specify the correct encoding when opening the file. For example, if your CSV was created on a Windows system with Western European characters, try using encoding is equal to ISO 8591 or encoding is equal to Windows 1 to 52. You can do this with Pandas by adding the encoding parameter. Pandas, read CSV, your file. CSV, encoding is equal to ISO 8591. If you're unsure which encoding your file uses, you can use the chardet library. It analyzes the file in binary mode and guesses the encoding. First, install chardet with pip install chardet. Then, open your file in binary mode, read it, and pass it to chardet detect. It will tell you the most likely encoding, which you can then use in Pandas. Sometimes, even with the right encoding, errors happen because of byte order marks or BOMs at the start of files. These can confuse Python. To handle this, open your file with encoding is equal to UTF-8 sig. This reads the BOM and cleans it up. You can also clean the file manually by reading it with UTF-8 sig and rewriting it as UTF-8. This removes any BOMs and makes future reads easier. If you still encounter errors, you can tell Pandas to ignore problematic characters by setting errors is equal to ignore or errors is equal to replace. Using errors is equal to ignore skips characters Python cannot decode, while errors is equal to replace substitutes them with a placeholder. This is useful if you want to keep reading despite some corrupt characters. Another tip is to check if your CSV has extra header or comment lines at the top. Use the skipbrowse parameter to skip these lines before reading the data. For example, skipbrowse is equal to 5 skips the first 5 lines. When writing CSV files, always specify UTF-8 encoding to avoid Unicode encode error. Use df to CSV, output, CSV, encoding is equal to UTF-8 to ensure all characters are properly saved. For automation workflows, the best approach is to detect the encoding first, then read the file with that encoding, process your data, and save the output in UTF-8. This way, your scripts become more reliable across different sources. Remember, always being explicit about encoding helps prevent errors and keeps your automation running smoothly. By following these steps, you can handle most CSV encoding issues and keep your Python scripts working seamlessly.